Hello, thanks for joining me for your in-depth monthly horoscope for February for the Sun and the Ascendant. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you'd like to talk to me directly, you can do so on Twitter, or if you'd like a one-to-one consultation, please see the link beneath this video and check out my testimonials. Also, if you want an immediate analysis of what the future holds for you based on your time, date and place of birth, my affordable written reports, you can get 30% off on a special offer. If you get your character analysis too, please see the link beneath this video as well. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your in-depth monthly forecast for February. The month begins with the Sun, Mercury, your ruler Jupiter, and also Saturn in your sector of everyday communications. But this is also the sector of digital interfaces, of devices, of quick, sharp interactions, of the media. It's a really sparkling zone, and you can really prosper from this collection of energies in the months to come. But this is augmented, this group, this stellium of energy in Aquarius, by the arrival of Venus on the first day. It's not just what you say in the following 24 days that's going to be significant, it's how you say it. And someone could be captivated by your personal expression, even how you sing. But of course Mercury, the planet of communication, is in retrograde as this month begins, so we have a bit of a paradox. Venus is reinforcing your ability to communicate well, Mercury could be diminuting it somewhat. But you know, I'm a great believer in not thinking that Mercury retrograde is all bad, because it's an opportunity to use its retrograde to rethink, because it is about thinking, about our approach to the area that it's influencing. So to you, this could be a fine time to look at your technology, see how you can upgrade it, change it, sell off stuff you don't need anymore, review your relationship with neighbours, with siblings, which are ruled by the third house too. So a great opportunity for you to think again and evolve something that can be to your advantage. Now of course, what can Mercury retrograde bring to our lives? Well, the inevitable niggles. So that can be about documentation, post, parcels, those kind of things can tend to go wrong. And in the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by communication, it's possible therefore that there could be some crosswires with friends. That's very much governed by Aquarius. But also your own ideas or belief systems could be in a little bit of a state of flux. And one of the reasons for that, Sagittarius, is that Mars and the Sun are not on good terms in the first 10 days of this month. Now Mars is in your sector of hard work, application and details. The Sun's in the part of your horoscope about that thinking, speaking, making things happen and being more active. So the two are chaffing against one another. And really for us all, not just your sign, if we try too hard, we take shortcuts, we try to force the pace, it could be counterproductive. And for you, I think the net outcome could be some stress. So all you can do to deal with this is to prioritize. Then once you do that, you can put the necessary energy into the things that are absolutely vital. Don't overload yourself with too much this month. It is going to be important to pick and choose your targets. Now of course Saturn is in your third house too. So Saturn can be problematic, we know that, it can be limiting, but it also helps us to concentrate, set our boundaries, be firm in our approach. So in your third house, it's asking you to do precisely those things. Let people know where you stand. But with Jupiter here as well, and now Venus, and they come together gloriously in week 2, you could have a very flirty conversation then, which absolutely delights you. But I would say that Saturn is clashing with Uranus all through this month. So if you try to do too much and try to go too quickly, as I said before, that also could be a stress causing aspect, because Uranus is about making things happen quickly. It's about innovation, it's about personal freedom, and I think the area that may show itself most for you is that if you're in a job, or due to COVID you're not in a job and you're feeling unfulfilled, because the urgency of the third house is to make things happen quite quickly, but Saturn there slows things down anyway, so a little bit of exasperation could show itself just over those nitty-gritty small little issues that will come up for all of us at some point. Now, it is true to say that from the 4th through to the 10th, Venus is clashing with Uranus too. Is there a relationship you're involved with where you seem to do more of the giving than the getting? It may need a little bit of a frank discussion across those days. Also, from the 3rd through to the 9th, Venus is in a combination with Saturn. Now, if you are wanting to move closer to someone, either physically or emotionally or romantically, this suggests that the communications you have at this time are very fated, and choosing your words carefully will be important. But it could also mean that you get some kind of communication, a text message or an email, an instant message on Facebook, where someone disappoints you with their lack of affection. When Venus and Saturn get together, things can get formal and firm and solid, or they can get cold and sometimes end. Just saying. But we do have on the 8th a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury. Mercury's retrograde here sees it meeting the advancing Sun, but this could see you have a light bulb moment when it comes to a business idea, some kind of innovation, so see this as a potential positive. The 11th sees a new moon in the sign of Aquarius, fantastic for you, but it's also linking brilliantly, if subtly, to Pluto, the planet of change. If your finances have taken a battering over the last couple of years, and I think that's true for many Sagittarian people, this is an opportunity to demonstrate to people just how adaptable you are, how you're bouncing back, how you're using your knowledge, how you've learned new skills, how you can share those skills, how you can inform people, perhaps through a blog, whatever, a business portal, even an app. This can be a monetizing opportunity for you in the next month to bounce back from the stresses and strains of the last couple of years. Now, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and greater benefics, and Jupiter, of course, is your gorgeous ruler, they do come together in week 2. So as much as there can be that tense conversation with Saturn on Venus early on, these two coming together can see something glorious ensue. It just depends on your unique circumstances. The 18th, however, does see the Sun move into your sector of the home, family, emotion. Are you set to move? If you are, it could happen in the following month, or at least the deal gets sealed. Also, Mercury ends its retrograde on the 21st. We're all going to let out a collective sigh of relief, despite me trying to put the positive spin on it, but it doesn't come out of shadow until the 13th of March. So if there is something that you're developing, an idea, a process, a strand, it can still be evolving, stop, start, changing, back to the drawing board, moving forwards. Something can be quite flexible, and that can be so through to the middle of next month. However, on the 28th, Venus moves into your full solar house. If you are looking to buy that new property or move into that new rented flat, this can be delicious for you in the following 28 days, because you're going to want to get it just so. And I mean in terms of the decor, the furnishings, the lighting, the ambience generally of the environment that the property will be placed in. If you're lucky enough to be moving near to sea, a river, a lake, your timing is impeccable. However, on the 27th we do have a full moon, and it's a full moon that sees your emotions very close to the surface. Something you don't always always necessarily appreciate, because you like to be a free spirit. You don't necessarily like to be pinned down too much about your emotions, Sagittarius, because generally you're set very much to upbeat. You like to feel that everything is possible with a good attitude and a real sense of purpose and positivity. And thank the Lord that we have you giving that energy to the world. But it is true that this particular full moon also interacts with Uranus, and Uranus is in the part of your horoscope to do with work. Now I have to say that not only is Mars clashing with the Sun in the first 10 days, it forges a gorgeous alliance with Neptune in weeks 2 and 3, and also Uranus is in the same location, so something could be evolving in your world in terms of the practicalities due to Uranus and Mars, but the end impact could be leaving you feeling much more spiritually fulfilled. So it could be finding that way of living that works for you. But if this involves changing your job or changing your daily structures, or getting more organized, clearing out clutter you no longer need, brilliant, go for it. But this particular full moon does interact with Uranus, so I think it's possible that there could be some kind of disorganization that comes with a change, and that change could happen quickly, and it can be linked to where you live or where you work. If it's where you work, how do you feel about where you work? If it's where you live, are you working, doing work from home? Because Uranus is very much about technology, it's also, in my humble opinion, the ruling planet of astrology. Some astrologers would say Mercury, some would say Neptune. Of course, Mercury is exalted in Aquarius and is the ruler of the second decan. But Uranus for me is very progressive. It's about the future, and it's asking you to work in a new way. So something about working in a new way, in a new home, or for a new employer could come to the fore as this month comes to a close and the first 2 weeks of March unfold. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Stay safe, take care, good luck, and goodbye.